Hey everybody, it's TF Nut. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another action figure review. This is going to be of the Marvel Legends series, part of the Marvel's Armadillo series, as well as the Spider-Man No Way Home series. Jonah Jameson. Very interesting that within the past year or two, a lot of us who have been wanting a Jonah Jameson now have the option of two. We have the MCU version here, and then either earlier this year or late last year, we had the comic version for the retro collection for Spider-Man. So very cool to see. J.K. Simmons here in figure form is always welcome, especially this version of, Jonah Jameson and whatnot. And, of course, the one from the original Raimi trilogy. If they had a head of that, I would love if it was on this body. That would be incredible. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. Top half is very basic for Marvel Legends. It says Legends series, and you get some of the contents right there. And it actually says the Daily Bugle on the back there. I almost did the Daily Planet. I would have been a fake fan. Then we get to the bottom half here. You can see the rest of the Build-A-Figure, actually, some of the other accessories. Marvel Studios Spider-Man. They didn't bother to put the name on there. I don't think they were ready yet, so that's interesting. Jonah Jameson, Hasbro logo. On this side here, you have Jonah Jameson on the TV. And you can see an image of Spider-Man right there, as well as the Spider-Man logo. It's pretty much the exact same on the other side. We do have the top where you can see the Spider logo, as well as Build-A-Figure Marvel's Armadillo, ages 4 and up, as well as a warning and a choking hazard. Here is a full view of the back right here, and we're going to go ahead and zoom in on the top half. So it's a multilingual read-up right there, as you can see, for Jonah Jameson. And pretty much the similar image that we saw on the side where he's on TV. Then we get to the bottom half, you can see the Build-A-Figure right there, as well as the rest of the series. I have Miles reviewed already. And then we get to the bottom here, and you can see the barcode in case you need it. Let's go ahead and get this figure out of the packaging. Okay, here's the figure out of the packaging. I think it's pretty good. It shares problems with previous suit bodies, which the suit body, I like it. It's just not perfect. But I'll get there when I get there. Overall, very cool. Let's take a look at some of the accessories. Then we'll take a closer look at the figure. So we have the left hand of Armadillo. Don't know if I'm going to get the rest of the series and build this Build-A-Figure piece, but I will tell you right now, at least on my Build-A-Figure piece, there's some weird stuff going on. Some weird scratched plastic. I don't really know what this is, but like you could definitely see it on the palm there. So I'm not a big fan of whatever is happening here, but time will tell if I'll build it. And yeah, it looks like a very cool Build-A-Figure so far. Here is an alternate head right here, as you can see, for Jonah Jameson, where he is kind of shouting and opening his mouth. Very cool. We do have the bald head with what you could see for the hair right there, a little bit of graying or whatnot going on the side. Nice mustache. The eyes are nicely centered. I think this looks a lot like J.K. Simmons, especially the head he comes packaged with. That's awesome. We have these flat hands. I don't know if we've gotten these before. We could have, but we have a ring finger on this one right there. These flat hands looking pretty cool. Not sure what else they could have done. Maybe an extra fist or something, or a different pointing hand for the left hand, but overall, very cool looking. And these fingers, wow, they're actually really nicely detailed, I think. So, yeah, not a lot of stuff, but you don't really need that much for Jonah Jameson, except for maybe an extra, newspaper roll, which I have plenty of. So, like I said again, my lighting's not great, but I think that this is a great likeness to the actor J.K. Simmons. There really is no one else who could play this guy, so I thought it was interesting that they brought him back in the MCU. And honestly, good choice. Very cool. I like this face sculpt overall. Again, very similar hair attempt to what they did with the alternate head. We have the bald head, we have the brown going on here, and then a little bit of light going on right there. And then we have his mustache, as you can see. Nice eyebrows. The eyes are nicely painted and centered. Again, this looks a lot like him. That's crazy. Man, that is sick. So then we get down to his shirt. I believe, I don't own this figure, but I think this might be the similar upper torso with what they did to Bruce Banner back in that Amazon exclusive 4-pack. I never got around to owning it. We have this buttoned up shirt that's covering his torso, so you know already he's not going to have the greatest articulation. But the rest of the body is very much the same with what we gotten before with other suit bodies. With the wrinkles and whatnot going on in the arms, so these little buttons around the cuffs. We have this pointing finger, though. I don't know if this is a new one, or this looks smaller than the one that came with Jonah Jameson, the comic version. So that would be interesting if it is. And I cannot tell if this one is. This is an up and down joint. We have a fist here, which looks smaller than normal fists. So that's cool overall. interesting. The only thing is that this left arm looks a little warped. We have this light blue shirt. It looks pretty good. It's just a little plain, not much detail. Same thing, pretty much the rest of the figure. It's all molded in this blue plastic with a lot of parts here, so there's not much going on with the sculpt and whatnot. But yeah, as you can see, some wrinkles and whatnot on the back. You get down to the legs, these nice lines that go all the way down. We have some wrinkles again. Pretty much this upper torso, or lower torso, excuse me, you can't really see, but they do have the buckles painted silver, so that's good. Lots of nice wrinkles around the cuffs. And then these here, I wish they would change these. Nick Fury's and Loki's have swivels. These are a fixed little piece right in here. And that just doesn't really allow for that great of ankle movement articulation. And on almost every suit body I've ever owned, it's just very tight joints when you're trying to do up and down. So pushing it forward is sometimes a pain in the butt. I think we've gotten these boots, these shoes before. Could be wrong, but these look really good. Nice plain black. The black on here, you know, it's just molded like this. I think it does look pretty good. So again, alterations on this body compared to previous suit bodies. We have plenty of suit body figures now, so that's cool. If you didn't want to use this exact version of J. Jonah, you could just use this for a civilian if you have an extra head. So that's pretty cool. Articulation's pretty basic, which I don't know why that fell off. Anyway, head goes up that far. Maybe it could go up a little farther, but I can't really get it to do it. Goes down that far, side to side. Arms go all the way around. The arms really do not go out that far, but we do swivel here, double joint elbows like that. Swivel here at this wrist, and there's an up and down. There's some blue paint and black, I think, paint flaking off me, so be careful. This is an in and out hinge, and then the open palm hands are in and out hinges. And I don't know why this, again, well, I know why, because it's covering it, but this one only go forward that much. That's disappointing. Not really back at all. We have the waist rotation, if you couldn't see that. We do have legs that go forward. Not really back at all. In and out, not great. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. The down is pretty good, but it's very tight. And then up, And then we do have an ankle rocker. So the range of motion articulation is a bit poor. This is a suit body character, so he's not going to be doing much. This specific character, yeah, just going to be standing around and yelling mostly. So for size comparisons on the left, we have Mobius, which is another suit body that has some different stuff. If Mobius's body, upper torso and whatnot, and the lower legs with the ankles for Loki and Nick Fury, you know, if that was all on one suit body, I think it would be damn near perfect. But what can you do? They're about the same height because they're using the same body. And then on the right, that is the Marvel Legends, the Retro Collection Spider-Man right there. So overall, I think they did a really good job with this figure, even if I'm not a particular fan of some of the things on the suit body here. Which I forgot to mention that the inner shirt that I mentioned earlier is actually also on the Stan Lee and Peter Parker bodies. Just wanted to bring that out towards the end of the review. It's a pretty good figure, but what really makes it great is that you're getting a J.K. Simmons figure that looks a lot like him. It's just a great likeness, I think. It comes with a couple of accessories, of course, as you saw throughout the review, but nothing too spectacular. I would maybe wait to try to get this, but if you really want a J. Jonah Jameson, didn't want to get the comic version, just want a J.K. Simmons figure, there you go. It's a little over $22. There's places you get online. I'll leave links down in the description below. Thank you guys very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment down below what you think about the figure, what you think about the review. Leave a like, share amongst your friends. Follow me on Instagram for more content over there, and I'll see you guys later.